John Eats Cheap, celebrating an anniversary. Happy anniversary, Mrs. Cheap.
Happy anniversary.
Now, you may remember last year, a year ago, uh, for our anniversary, I gave Mrs. Cheap a royal breakfast. BK breakfast melts. They were brand new at the time. I was like, I'm treating her like royalty, the queen that she is. BK breakfast. And a lot of people,
And they were delicious.
they were delicious. And a lot of people got on me about that. Said, come on, do something different. The folks at BK sent us a nice bouquet of flowers for our
It was
anniversary. So we
beautiful.
appreciate that. And I thought, you know what, this year I better do something a little different. Now, a lot of times for her birthday, I make homemade mac and cheese and fried chicken, which are two of her favorites that she loves that I make. So this time, oh, what am I going to make? Well, we were out at the Iowa State Fair recently, and one of their big foods, they have pork, they have beef, corn dogs, the stuff you would think of at the state fair. But one of the big ones at the Iowa State Fair is actually at a place called JR's South Fork. My buddy Brooks owns that place out at the Iowa State Fair. And they have a lobster roll. It's been big the last several years. And they do lobster rolls, and they're really, really good. Now, a lobster roll is kind of expensive. I think out there they're 32 bucks, 34, maybe even 36 bucks. You get them in a restaurant. Mrs. Cheap was just in Maine almost a year ago. What did they run then? Do you remember?
I had one that was 28 and one that was 32.
And those were really stacked lobster
Oh,
rolls with fresh
so good.
lobster. So we didn't get one at the fair. So I thought, you know what, for Mrs. Cheap's, for our anniversary, I'm going to make homemade lobster rolls because I know homemade, we've done them before. You can do them cheaper than what you can buy them at the restaurant. So let's see how much cheaper. Here we go, making lobster rolls. Happy anniversary.
Love you.
So to build the lobster roll, you got to have great bread. Went to Aldi. They have the brioche hot dog buns, split top on the top. We'll toast these up. These would be great for an authentic lobster roll. Got to get the lobster too. Went to one of our favorite seafood restaurants and seafood markets. That's Waterfront Seafood Market in West Des Moines. They have live lobsters right up front. They got a couple of big lagoons here full of lobsters. They come in at about £1.25. And lobster prices, it was $17.95 a pound. Didn't think that was too bad. There's the finished cooked lobster. And there it is after it's shelled out. Not a ton of meat, but enough for a couple of nice lobster rolls. And the shells are left over. I can make seafood stock for lobster bisque. That's what I do with the leftovers.
So here's what we have of our cleaned lobster meat. That's 2 lobsters, £1.25 lobsters. Well, that'll be enough for 2
It
rolls.
will. They'll be delicious.
It will. They'll be delicious and end up being much cheaper. We paid $17.95 a pound for the lobsters, which I didn't think was too bad for live, fresh lobsters. Of course, you don't get a pound of meat out of that. That's with the shell and everything. Here's the way that in Maine, I asked when we were there, how do they make them? And they do it very simple. It's a little bit of mayo, not a lot, just enough to like cover it, and bind it together and mix it. We like them chilled. Now, some places do them also with butter. So you kind of have butter, warm lobster meat.
Both are good.
They are. We do like the chilled. Little bit of mayo, and you can put some seasoning in there. We like celery salt because I like a little bit of that celery flavor. And a little bit of salt. So I'm just going to shake a little bit on there. I'm going to get a little pepper too, fresh ground.
Can I give a tip if you're in Maine?
Please.
Don't drop anything on the floor. The waitress will yell at you.
I
did.
If it's a piece
friend,
of lobster, yeah.
She dropped a claw on the floor.
I would eat it. Would you have eaten it?
It would have been. I'd
have looked at it, and if it was clean, I'd have maybe done a quick swipe. You can't waste a claw.
It was, yeah.
So that is about it. I mean, the lobster is the star of the show. Minimal mayo, little bit of celery salt and pepper. Now let's get our buns ready. So lobster rolls use a New England hot dog bun. We don't have those, but these are the, let me grab the package. I got these at Aldi. I showed you them at the store. Brioche hot dog buns, they're top split, and we're just going to toast them up on all sides because that's the important part. You get them in that butter. Look at this. Just get all the sides covered, just like that, and start toasting on the sides. Do that with both of them. This just gives it so much flavor. It's unreal. Ah, hot.
Careful.
All right, let's toast those up. All right, so that's not a true New England lobster roll or a hot dog bun, but I mean, that's
pretty toasty.
That's toasty goodness that is what really makes a lobster roll. So it's soft on the inside. Let's get Mrs. Cheap.
I'm so excited.
I chunked up the tail.
I've decided that 36 years is the lobster anniversary. There's not an official. It's not officially have one. So
that's our years, 36. Just going to fill it up. This is bigger than the one at the fair, especially when we get the claws on top, just to make it look extra pretty.
Aww.
You know what? Gosh, I think I can get a little more in there, Mrs. Cheap. I think I shorted you.
Oh, I'm so excited.
All right. There's a Johnny's Cheap lobster roll. Not cheap by any means. What did I say we spent?
$50.
About $50 total. It was like about 46 for the lobster total for 2 lobsters, whole lobsters. And by the way, the shells I'll make stock with for lobster bisque. And then the buns were like a little over $3. So it's like $50. So $25 per lobster roll. So we saved about $10 each, right? So we saved 20 bucks. Mrs. Cheap, give it a shot. I got to see if it's good enough for, I hope it's wide enough. Here, I'll take the camera. Mrs. Cheap is going to take a bite.
Mm. Oh my gosh.
Is that good? Fresh lobster makes so much difference.
Oh,
we got fresh lobster this time, and I thought $17.39 or $17.95 a pound. That's pretty decent for fresh lobster.
Mm.
Usually I get the frozen ones, either the tails at Fresh Time or about once a year, Aldi does those frozen lobsters for about $11, but this is a lot different.
It's so good.
And
Thank you,
know
baby.
what? I got cheesecake for dessert, Mrs. Cheap.
Oh,
Let me grab it real quick.
you got me cheesecake too? Strawberry swirl.
Strawberry swirl, $9.99, and that's like 3 double servings. $3.99, or I'm sorry, $9.99 at Aldi. So that's for dessert. Is this better than last year? BK was pretty good.
It was breakfast. It wasn't dinner.
It was.
But let's finish chatting up, and I want to finish my lobster roll.
Finish your lobster roll. There you go. Thanks for watching John Eats Cheap. Happy anniversary, honey.
Happy anniversary, babe.
Love you.
Love you.